Now streaming on Apple TV Plus is the thrilling series Home Before Dark, based on true events of a 9-year-old girl who investigates a murder in her small town. And joining me right now is the director of Home Before Dark, Jon M. Hey, Jon.
What's up, Jeff?
How are you doing today with all the craziness of the pandemic and stay-at-home orders?
I'm good. Doing the best we can right now.
Now, this is your first foray into television and for Apple TV Plus, the new streaming service, but you're no stranger to Silicon Valley.
Yeah, my family has a restaurant there. It's been there for 50 years. My first camera I'm the youngest of 5 kids. And so I'd been around large, messy families before, and I was in charge of the video camera. So I would just shoot. And then one day I convinced my dad to get me a little mixer from Sharper Image, if you remember that, and connected my VCRs, if you remember that, to this mixer and made my first little film. And I was hooked from then on. So.
Well, we kind of have the same story. You know, I went to film school at UNLV. I used to work at Video Concepts, which is a chain that sold video cameras and video machines and camcorders and all kinds of different stuff. So all mine took place in Las Vegas. So we were on the same history there.
Nice. We're the same. I love that. Yeah, I mean, that's what I love. I love that we got to learn that young. I love that we had to figure it out ourselves. I love that we get to keep doing it. Like, how lucky are we?
Man, we got some stories. Did you ever try to edit in a video camera? Oh man, what a pain in the ass that was.
We appreciate the digital now, at least, that we know the bins and, it's non-linear. Whoa, that's great. We didn't live in that life growing up. So.
Man, that's a whole nother conversation, man. A whole nother conversation.
True. We're nerding out right now.
Well, let's talk about Home Before Dark. This series is inspired by true events. A 9-year-old Hildy who is investigating a real-life murder in her small town.
Yeah, I remember reading about her maybe 2 or 3 years ago. 9-year-old girl Hildy who broke a cold case in her hometown and sort of shook the foundation of that town. And I just love this idea of like us making videos when we were young, the idea of young people, ambitious, young, smart people, and taking them seriously. I love the idea that you can change the world, and that we teach our kids to be to always tell the truth and to not lie. And yet kids are the people we lie to the most. In this time of the importance of journalism and truth is sort of up for grabs, I think a show like this is really important that the whole family can enjoy, young and old. And so I'm excited for people to dive in and get sucked into the mystery as well.
So the show is a true crime drama, but it's also got this great father-daughter dynamic.
Yeah, I'm a relatively new father. I have a 3-year-old and an 8-month-old. They came to me when I just had my daughter. So it's been great. And Jim Sturgis plays Brooklyn's father in this, and the two of them together are just magic. They are exactly what you expect between a father and daughter at that age, and where he's passed off his passion to her of journalism. He's an ex-journalist in the show, and then she sort of shines a light on him again. He has to look in the mirror and see what he's teaching her is how he's living his own life. It's a very beautiful sort of portrait of how that all unfolds. And of course, Brooklyn is like the ultimate professional. She was in Florida Project. She is as precocious as any of these other little girls who are changing the world out there. I believe that she has so much in her, and she's going to do a lot more even beyond this. So I'm excited for everyone to experience that.
So is it a challenge for the series with its dark undertones and subject matter to balance it to be family friendly, walking that fine line?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, and everyone has different opinions of how you balance that. So, but the most important thing is we wanted to tell the truth through Hildy's eyes. We didn't, when speaking to Brooklyn, she doesn't just say lines. She has to understand the scene. She has to understand what Hildy's going through. And so we listened to her interpretation of this stuff, and our camera, our lighting also followed those. We have a big philosophy of there's no small stories. Every story is as important as some story about some king in Egypt or some politician in Washington. Like, this story of this little girl who's trying to uncover this thing is the most important epic adventure she's ever been on. And that's the way we're going to shoot it. And that's the way we're going to feel it. And so the dangers are real. The conflicts are real. The stakes are real. And then you flip it with dad, and you get to do those same things just on a different level. And so it's just about moderating, I guess, but again, also as a kid, it's really interesting because Brooklyn, she can be very serious in one end and then go play with her doll 2 minutes later. So this idea of that we can switch back and forth between just being a kid and also sort of processing things was really fun to do visually. And so we get to have that. You get to have a fun adventure. Your jaws can drop out of wonder, and then you also get to be really dug into a personal, messy marriage as well.
Well, Jon, you must be doing something right. The first season just premiered, and you've been picked up for a second season already.
Yeah, we were just shooting it actually when all this stuff went down. Everyone got sent home, so I'm sure we'll finish it later. But we're in the middle of it now, and that's why I'm excited that we dropped all 10 episodes that you can watch right now, so that everyone can enjoy. And I'm sure people are going to binge the heck out of this because I love watching it that way, and it's a really juicy mystery.
Well, Jon, we got to get together sometime and geek out about the early days of filmmaking, 8mm films, video cameras, film school, the whole 9 yards.
Totally. And then video cards, and then Media 100, radios, video, vision, so many things.
Well, Jon, thank you for talking to me today, and good luck with Home Before Dark.
See ya.
Home Before Dark is now streaming on Apple TV+, and for more reviews and interviews, surf on over to my website at vegasfilmcritic.com. I'm Jeffrey Howard in Las Vegas. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.